Good question, sir. Of course, tandaan po natin sa ilalim ng ating batas ngayon, ang drug test po ay dapat voluntaryong ginagawa ng isang individual, regardless of whomever you are. And you don't even have to be an elected official or someone in power. It's anyone, even a common citizen cannot be compelled to undertake a drug test. It has to be voluntary. But then again, nasa tao naman po. And good thing you asked, sir, because sometime before the election, if I remember right, it was in November of 2021, our president in fact submitted voluntarily to a drug test to a Department of Health accredited facility, and the result thereof was negative. And I mean, ganun na po yun. Nilabas po nila. In fact, yung I don't know if you were there, Sir Ma'am, pero hawak po ng isang kumakatawan sa kanya yung drug test at pinakita po sa media. In fact, kasabay halos po nun, some other candidates back then sought drug test dito po sa ating ahensya naman. Among others, there were a few. While hindi po natin sila tinanggihan back then, the PDEA Forensic Laboratory, just like its counterparts in the other agencies like the NBI and the PNP, its primary function is supposed to be to conduct forensic examination on confiscated pieces of evidence, to conduct drug tests on arrested personalities, and sa amin, dahil kami po ay within the agency, and in fact we just had our surprise drug test last week. Yun po ang primary mandate. It is not actually a Department of Health authorized or managed testing facility ng DOH. But yes, we have the capability. But the primary mandate is for forensics, not for authorized drug testing under the law. Pero to answer your question, sir, a drug test by any individual, regardless of stature, must be voluntary. So, and I'm sure perhaps nasa sa kanila na yan. If I'm sure the President will gladly oblige, but it all depends. Hindi naman po, kasi na-drug test na siya dati. And besides, wala nga po siya sa listahan namin. So, yes sir? Yes sir.
Yeah. Pwede magtanong dun sa fentanyl. Kung kasama ba siya dun sa listahan ng mga prohibited drugs na nasa inyo yung listahan?
Fentanyl is a regulated drug by virtue of the United Nations schedule po. I think it is one of those being used for pain management and it is regulated. But again, sir, unfortunately, I'm sorry I cannot further comment on it because there is, we're not privy to any details about any such statements on fentanyl.
So yun ay pwedeng gamitin o bilhin lang kapag prescribe ng isang licensed physician?
Let me put it this way. Wag na lang yan. It's just like Valium, for instance. Valium is used, it's a benzodiazepine. It's used to calm yung mga pasyente po na nangangailangan ng gamot na yon. It's similarly situated with that. Just like morphine, just like codeine, yung mga pang pain management. Ganyan po yan. They're all in certain schedules of the UN Single Convention on Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances. May mga uri ng dangerous drugs po kasi na regulated ng batas na may medical application at kailangan po ng reseta ng isang doktor na lisensyado ng PDEA with an S2 license in order to administer yung gamot po yan. Our agency is mandated to uphold the rule of law. Yan naman po ang mandato namin. And hindi naman po yan ibig sabihin na just because we're under the office of the President, we will favor the President as it. Because the facts are clearly stated. Wala po siya sa listahan, even with the previous supposed narco list. You know fully well, ang dami pong nasali doon. And in fact, if I do remember right, critics have called out na nung umpisa, nung unang pinagbabasa yun ay may mga tao doon actually po na pumanaw na or nahuli na, and yet nabanggit pa rin ang kanilang pangalan. That is why it has been sent back to the law enforcement and intelligence agencies for continuous validation, and that's why it evolved into what is now called the Interagency Drug Information Database. Para po mas proper yung treatment niya. Kasi nga, nung una po, medyo kumbaga naging smorgasbord na lang siya, and then every now and then, pinababasa during speaking engagements. Of course, we respect the treatment of the previous administration in regard to such list, but we have done our homework with it in order to streamline such list and check and double check the involvement of the person. In fact, it's still an ongoing effort until now, sir. And it's quite challenging because there were some there na, how do you call it? Until now are crying foul because their name is there. And they are clamoring for adjudication. Kasi nga, apektado yung, maybe especially those who have a political career. And election is just around the corner by 2025. So I think there are those who are clamoring for adjudication because their name is still there in that other list. We are again clarifying that as far as the allegations are concerned, we maintain and we would like to categorically state that our president is not in the watch list. Uy, wala. Meron ba nag-organize? So again, sirs, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Si Presidente Bongbong Marcos ay isang adik. Si Presidente Bongbong Marcos ay hindi adik. Nagsalita na ang PDEA na wala sa listahan ng mga suspects ng drug users ang pangalan ni Presidente Bongbong Marcos kahit noon pa man at hanggang ngayon. Hindi adik si Presidente Bongbong Marcos. Napakaganda ng kanyang pamamalakad ng ating pamahalaan. Sa katunayan ay sa kauna-unahang pagkakataon sa loob ng 18 taon ay tumaas ang ating employment rate ng 95.8%. At nagkaroon tayo ng increase ng palay production ng 300,000 metric tons ngayon sa kanyang pamamahala. At napakarami pang mga bagay na pag-unlad ang kanyang ginagawa. Kagaya na lamang ng pagbaba ng inflation rate ng 3.9% itong nakaraang Disyembre. At marami ngayon ang mga investors na naglalayon na magtayo ng mga negosyo dito sa ating bansa. Kaya tayo ngayon ay maganda ang tinatahak tungo sa pag-unlad sa bagong Pilipinas. Kahit tanungin ninyo ang mga gabinete na ang lahat ng aming ginagawa ay talagang sang-ayon sa direksyon at advokasya ng ating mahal na Presidente Bongbong Marcos. Si Presidente Bongbong Marcos ay isang adik sa pagmamahal sa bayan, isang adik sa pagtatrabaho. Napakaganda ng kanyang pamamahala. Kaya mga kababayan ko, mga kapatid ko, mga kaibigan, mga kapwa Pilipino, tayo ay manalig at umasa sa mas mabuting pamahalaan sa pamamagitan ng pamamahala ni Presidente Bongbong Marcos. Maraming salamat.